Hello, everyone. So today we're with Bernard Sfez. Hello, Bernard.
Hello, Daniel. How are you?
Bernard from Israel. That's correct. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Bernard, and how you got involved with Tiki.
I'm an owner of a small web agency. My main business was providing web solution, and as time goes on, I turn into a more complex solution, involving more like a kind of web-based application. I knew Tiki because I was involving in a multilingual project in 2001. And in 2008, I really need a complex application for around Europe, which involve mobile, user management, servicing providing, and video embedding. And I used Tiki with success. It gave me a lot of expandability, flexibility, and it embed quite well in their own system.
Thank you very much, Bernard, for this introduction. And since we're talking about complexity and the aspect of collaboration, tell us how Tiki helped you save time and time and time.
And money. Time is money. There is no way to get out of it. Well, when you talk about open source projects, you imagine that the collaborative part is the fact that people are working together on a single project, which is usually not true because at some point of the pyramid, some people are deciding for you what is good or what is not good. But this this is this is not collaborative. This is not collaboration. This is open source, and Tiki is almost, or I think, the one that do a real collaborative work. So I won't talk about the other because there's no need for this. But I can tell you, I can give you an example,
Yes,
a very good
please.
example of what mean collaborative environment using a web application. Usually when you have the process of translating or and storing documents and data, which would be page or document or whatever, you have a writer that is putting the content of writing it. You have translator that will translate in different languages, and all this in a multilingual environment, meaning that for some specific language like Arabic, Persian, or Hebrew, you need to have RTL, right to left design, etc. And you think it's quite easy and that's go on like this, but that's really not the case. The writers is not one writers. There can be multiple writers. There can be some assessor, meaning that someone will check the content and approve it before publishing, which require history, versioning, and the capability to open the same document at the same time and to freeze it at some point, because when it's approved, nobody has the right to touch it. Then it goes to translator level, which also imply as much as languages as you want of people, because each translation would require a good translator. But it's not only to change a word to another. If it was that simple, we will all use Google Translate. It's to replace the context, is to change sometimes the layout, the design, and the graphic, because if you have a chart that display data and items in a certain language, you will want to change it. For that, the translator should have the capability to edit everything and to be free of it. So it requires a second level, which is permissions and permission to change it, and also notification, because once the translator has completed his work, something should get back to the sensor that say, okay, I've read, everything is okay, I approve. We don't want the guys to start calling or to check where is the email of the guy, etc., etc. And then you have the publishing part, where someone could check all the work and say, okay, as long as I don't have 10% or 20% or 50% of all the work done, I don't publish anything. And all this together is a complex, really complex things to make work.
And
So
sometimes these people are not in the same physical space. We're talking about, because you're dealing with many peoples, not only in Israel, but around the world.
for this project, it wasn't based in Israel at all.
Yeah, Bernard, tell us then what kind of savings, because that's what we were talking about at the
Yeah.
beginning.
So first of all, Tiki is able to manage all this together.
Yes, indeed.
In the core, meaning that you don't have to search for plugin, you don't have to search anything else outside, you don't have to do custom code.
And there's history.
All this is in the box, in the zip. Okay, all this is included in Tiki, and much what is nice, what the beauty of it is that you can set one Tiki site like this. You save everything, every setting that you've done, which is for this, it will be a 5 to 8 minutes work to set everything right. And then you can import it into a profile, export it, sorry, into a profile. And then you can manage to duplicate the very same site that you've done for any Tiki or user of the community, and only changing the color, the skins, or whatever. And you got a branded, completely new branded website with the very same functionality that you said before.
That's fast.
This is super fast.
Bernard, in closing, because I see how enthusiastic you are, and we can talk a lot about the advantages.
Yeah.
You have a business. Perhaps you can tell us a little bit more about inviting those that you are currently working with and dealing with, perhaps in Hebrew.
Yeah. First in English, if I may.
Yes.
As I say, my main business is the web agency and the web solution providing. I also provide my services to manage projects. Thanks to Tiki, I also work on the field of the social network and more complex intranet data management, which is something that you can also achieve with Tiki, having your private content inventory, whatever, knowledge database within your own company without being published on the web, on the internet. And I'm working on a global level. I have customer in France, I have customer in the United States, I have customer of course in Israel. And אולי זה הזמן להגיד להם שלום, ושטיקי באמת יכול לתת לכל חברה שעובד ברמת בינלאומי פתרון טובה מבחינת הערבוב בין העברית לאנגלית, לצרפתית, לכל השפות, והתמיכה בזה, בעצם אני גאה להציג שאני התמיכה בזה בארץ.
Bernard Sfez, thank you very much.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you.
Nice. Bye-bye.